There are three kinds of tenants in a rental property. That's today's show. Let's dive into it. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, longtime real estate investor. In today's show, we're going to talk about the three types of tenants that are in a rental property. And this will hopefully help you as you're putting a tenant in your property or looking at long-term rentals in order for you to achieve financial freedom. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you are interested in building financial freedom, that's what this entire channel is all about. In fact, we give away a freedom number cheat sheet. It's downloadable, easy. It's 3 pages, a PDF, and you can click right here in the description and be able to download it and go through that series of figuring out how many rental properties it would take for you to achieve financial freedom. So on today's show, we're going to talk about tenants, right? Tenants can make or break you. Property management can make or break you, but the types of tenants that are going into your properties can make or break you. And the reason we want to target certain types of tenants and we want to buy certain properties in certain neighborhoods is because we want consistent cash flow, right? I want tenants who are going to stay a long time in my properties. Now, this is not an exact science. It's more of an art, looking for those types of properties that I typically buy. The properties that I typically do at our company are those single family homes, those 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Sometimes in my portfolio, I've got 2-bedroom, 1-bath as well, where you have a yard, you are in a pretty strong C or B class neighborhood where there's decent jobs, where you've got growth, where you have access to public transportation. You know that the shopping amenities are coming in. For instance, a Target just opened nearby. You have American-based jobs. You've heard me talk about those American-based jobs, right? The local hospitals, those types of jobs that aren't going overseas. Those are the bread and butter of all of the properties that I own. Now, these are not the fanciest neighborhoods. These are not the most expensive neighborhoods, right? Because then you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars for a property, and the rent, the value of the rent simply does not keep up with the value of the property. So that's A-class properties, expensive properties are A-class headaches. So let's put these up on the screen. Let's dive into the 3 different types of tenants and what we want to target. I want to play a little mind game with you here. I'm going to put these up here. I want to see if you can figure out which is my favorite. Which are the types of tenants that I would want in my rental property? Okay, here's the first group. Those types of tenants that have too much money. Okay, the types of tenants that have too much money. Here's the next group. Those without enough money, okay, they don't even have enough money at all, and those with just the right amount of money. Okay, so now think about that. They have too much money, they don't have enough money, or they have just the right amount of money, right? It's like the 3 little bears, right? And so I, of course, right, and this is hopefully pretty obvious to you, you would think you would want to maybe go after the ones that have the most money. No. I want to go after the groups of tenants that have just enough money. They want to pay the rent, they've got a good job, and they're consistent. The reason we go after those tenants in the middle group is because number one, if they don't have enough money, if they don't have enough money to live in the property, that's not a good tenant, right? Because you're going to have high tenant turnover. Someone moves in, they don't have enough money to even pay rent the next month, and then you have to go through an eviction process, which can be costly, and then you've got a vacancy in the property. You don't want to have to deal with that. If they have too much money, we see this all the time, right? If you live in an A-class neighborhood where someone is going to rent, chances are they are not going to rent for a very long time. Might be a doctor moving to a neighborhood, deciding whether or not they want to build the house of their dreams. So the doctor rents the property for 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year if you're lucky. And then they're off because they're going to go buy their own property. And then you've got to replace that tenant in your A-class property with another high income earning tenant. Bad move. You don't want that. So you don't want someone that doesn't have any money, and you don't want someone that has too much money. You want someone who wants your property and values the fact that you've got a yard, a beautiful little house, and is going to stay for a long time. They don't have $40,000 for a big down payment on a property of their own. They're not interested in buying their own property. They make enough money from their job, but they have enough money to pay rent consistently. Those are my favorite types of tenants. So now, for instance, again, I kind of come back to one of my first properties that I ever bought in Michigan. It's right around the $50,000 mark that I spent all in, the total cost of the property after I did about $26,000 in rehab on the property. And that cash flows consistently. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It's got a yard. And the tenant's asked to sign 5-year leases in this property. They're going to stay for a long time. I have a single mom. She's got a little girl that lives in the one property, and she loves the property. She's got a yard. In fact, they have a dog, and they like the fenced-in backyard, and they're going to stay for a long time. They're not going to buy a house. They're not interested in going to buy a house. So they're going to stay for a long time, and they also have enough money to stay for a long time. They make a good living, and they're going to pay rent consistently. So me as the landlord and my property management team, I want to take care of a tenant like this. I want to give them a great place to live for a long time. So those are the 3 types of tenants you will find in a rental property. Again, stay away from those folks that have a lot of money, because that typically means it's an A-class property. A-class properties cause A-class headaches. Those types of tenants end up being entitled. They make all kinds of demands that are very often above and beyond what you should even be doing on the property. They expect sort of immediate responses to things. They are typically in properties with a lot of moving parts, a lot of bells and whistles, garage door openers, garbage disposals, all sorts of extra things, a pool, for instance. Again, A-class headaches. And then you want to stay away from tenants that can't afford to live in your property, and then screening the tenants to make sure they have ample employment so that they can pay you on time. Go right for the middle, the 3 little bears, just right. The porridge is just right. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's today's show on the 3 different types of tenants. I hope you will share this with someone that you care about, and hopefully this will help you increase your financial intelligence so you can go out there and take action and become a real estate investor. I believe it's the #1 way to build wealth. We'll see you on the next show. We've got a whole bunch of great episodes here that you can check out and share with your family and loved ones. We'll see you next time, everyone.